Hello everyone, this is Ariel Siegelman, Senior Educational Technology Specialist with the Center for the Advancement of Teaching, and today I'm going to be taking you on a virtual tour of the CATS website. This can be found at teaching.temple.edu. And this website is where you can find more information about the CAT, information about who we are and how you can get in contact with us, information about our programs, events, services, and workshops, as well as a host of resources for teaching, including teaching in person, online, and in hybrid contexts. So first, when you come to teaching.temple.edu, you'll notice that towards the top we have a row of tabs. And the very first tab that you'll see is About, and clicking on that will take you to information about the Center for the Advancement of Teaching. This includes a description of who we are as well as our mission. And over on the right-hand side of this page is where you can find news about what we've been doing recently at the CAT, our annual report, which gives a detailed summary about all of the CAT's accomplishments over the past year. You can also learn about our staff, who we are, and how you can get in contact with us, as well as our Contact Us page for how you can get in contact with the CAT, generally speaking. Going back to the home page, also along the top, I want to point out the Resources tab. This is where you can go to find an absolute host of resources regarding teaching. And this includes general teaching topics, course design, accessibility, inclusion and diversity, and also tutorials on how to use a whole range of educational technology tools. So we highly recommend coming here and exploring our repository of resources. And as you can see, you can put a keyword into the search bar here if you're looking for something specific. Back on the home page, we also want to highlight our Advice Exchange. This is a blog where you can find blog posts that are written by members of the CAT and other members of Temple University for just advice and stories regarding best practices on how to teach. So we highly recommend coming here and checking out some of our blog posts, and you are also, of course, welcome to leave comments about your experience regarding the topic being discussed. Going back to the home page again, scrolling down here on this main page, you'll see that right now our Teach in 2021 page is being highlighted. And highly recommend coming and checking this out, clicking on this Learn More button. This is where you can find lots of great information for specifically teaching this semester, spring 2021. Whether you're teaching fully online, synchronous or asynchronous, whether you're teaching fully in person, or if you have a hybrid model where you're teaching both in person and online. Here on this Teaching in 2021 page, we have three main sections. First, we have our Make a Plan section. This is where you can find lots of great advice for how to design a course, once again, no matter what the format or context is. We also have our Teach in 2021 section. This is where you can find specific advice and information for three of the main models that are being taught this semester, again, whether that's fully online, in a hybrid context, or fully in person. And finally, we have a page where you can learn more about the educational technology tools that are being currently used at Temple and are being used very effectively. This is especially useful if you are teaching online or in a hybrid context. Going back to the home page, as I scroll down here, you'll also find these four main tabs as well. This is where you can find information about the certificates that the CAT offers, including the Teaching in Higher Education certificate. This is also where you can see a full list of all of our upcoming workshops. So if you click on this Workshops tab, you'll see that this Learn More button will appear. I can click on this, and this is going to take me to a list of all of the CAT's upcoming workshops. This includes information about each workshop, as well as a place where you can register for the workshop. Back on the home page, we also have a tab here where you can learn more about our consultation services. Coming to the Consultation Services button where it says Learn More, this is going to take you to our CAT booking page. This is catbooking.temple.edu. This is another page that we highly recommend bookmarking. And here is where you can find an overview and links to all of our services, specifically consultations. And right now, all of our consultations, as well as all of our programming, is currently virtual. Here is where you can find a link to our virtual drop-in EdTech lab. This is one of our favorite services that we offer at the CAT. When you click on this link, you will be taken to a Zoom meeting that is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And when you go into that Zoom room, you will be paired off with an educational technology specialist in a breakout room, and they will work with you one-on-one, no appointment necessary, about any questions that you might have regarding educational technology tools and best practices. So if you have questions or issues with Canvas, with Zoom, or any of the other educational technology tools available at Temple, we highly recommend visiting the EdTech drop-in virtual lab. Here is where you can also book one-on-one consultations that are being held virtually. This includes teaching consultations with our faculty developers, and this is where you can have consults about designing or redesigning a course or syllabus, designing assessments, grading practices, and other practices such as how to better engage your students. You can also book a one-on-one appointment for educational technology consults. So once again, this is if you specifically want help with setting up, learning how to use educational technology tools. And finally, you can also sign up for a consult with Disability Resources and Services, also known as DRS, for how to navigate and plan for accommodations in your courses. Going back to the main CAT page, here you'll see this final large tab is about our conference. This is an annual conference that we have at the beginning of every January on teaching excellence. And going a little bit further down the page, here you will always see the 3 upcoming workshops. So the 3 workshops that are going to be coming up in the immediate future, and you have quick links to register for those workshops. And here you will also find some other quick links, as well as our drop-in virtual lab, a link to CAT Booking, the online front desk. Here you will also find our workshop archive. So if there was ever a workshop that you wanted to attend but you weren't able to, or if you were just curious to watch or check out any of the workshops that we have offered in the past, here is where you can find recordings of those workshops, as well as the materials such as handouts and PowerPoint slides that accompanied those workshops. And here is also a link to our Teaching Online short course. So if you're brand new to teaching online, this is a series of workshops that you can take to learn about teaching online. And at the end, you will receive a certificate of completion. Finally, down here towards the bottom, here is where you can find links and an overview of all of our social media. Feel free to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where we can keep you up to date about everything that's going on at the CAT. So once again, this website is teaching.temple.edu. I hope you found this tour helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at cat@temple.edu.